The Journey Outward. A story that begins not on Earth, but in the boundless reach of human imagination. The story begins with a traveler. A traveler unlike any creation humanity has ever built or even dared to dream. It carries not only wires, circuits, and fragments of metal, but also the unshakable curiosity of its makers, the burning desire that forever drives us toward the unknown. This is Voyager 1, a small spark of human brilliance, the farthest object ever crafted by human hands, a silent messenger carrying our hopes into eternity. It does not rest quietly upon the Earth, nor does it circle the Moon or drift among the nearby planets. Instead, it sails forward alone, untethered, unyielding, and utterly silent, drifting deeper into the vast ocean of space. A sea without maps. A sea without harbors. Only the endless hum of eternity surrounding it. Voyager was launched in the bright summer of 1977, a fragile dream wrapped in metal and ambition. It was small, no larger than a family car, its instruments simple, its memory tiny, its power faint compared to the giants of today. Yet within that delicate frame lived something extraordinary, a leap of faith, a belief that humanity could reach beyond its cradle and touch the infinite. Now, more than 4 decades later, Voyager has journeyed over 22 billion kilometers from home, a distance so immense it escapes the grasp of imagination. And still, it endures. It whispers across the endless dark, its signal weaker than the flicker of a candle seen from the moon. Yet somehow, Earth still listens. Massive radio dishes on distant plains turn their faces toward the stars, straining to catch Voyager's faint, steady heartbeat. But Voyager's story is not just about distance. It is the story of discovery, of wonder, of questions answered and new mysteries born from every revelation. In the 1960s, NASA engineer Gary Flandreau noticed a celestial secret, a rare alignment of the outer planets. Between 1977 and 1980, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune would line up perfectly, an event that happens only once every 176 years. With clever use of gravity, a single spacecraft could leap from one world to the next, each planet's pull flinging it farther outward, like a stone skipping across the vast pond of the solar system. NASA seized the moment. 2 spacecraft were born, Voyager 2 and Voyager 1, twin ambassadors crafted for the grandest journey ever conceived. Voyager 2 launched first, cutting through the atmosphere with a trail of fire and faith. Voyager 1 followed just 15 days later, its path set toward the mysteries of the outer worlds. The mission was planned to last 4 short years. But destiny, as always, had other plans. At Jupiter, Voyager found a world of endless storms, cyclones larger than Earth swirling across bands of color and lightning. Its magnetic field was immense, its atmosphere alive, fierce, and beautiful. Then came Io, a moon once thought dead and silent. Voyager revealed it as alive, its surface bursting with volcanoes, geysers of molten rock erupting into the void. At Saturn, the spacecraft's cameras uncovered rings far more intricate than anyone had imagined, vast ribbons of ice and dust dancing in perfect harmony. Tiny moons moved through them like invisible artists, carving delicate paths of creation. And then came Titan, shrouded in a hazy orange veil. Voyager detected an atmosphere thick with organic chemicals, echoing the very ingredients that once gave birth to life on Earth. Voyager 2 pressed onward, leaving Saturn's golden rings behind and entering the cold, silent reaches where sunlight fades to memory. It became the only spacecraft in history to visit Uranus and Neptune, 2 distant giants that had long appeared as faint, mysterious lights in our skies. At Uranus, Voyager revealed a tilted, ghostly world, its magnetic field twisted, its poles sideways, its pale blue atmosphere veiled in silent clouds. It was strange, frozen, and lonely, a sentinel standing on the edge of the sun's reach. Then came Neptune, a deep sapphire world of fierce winds and restless storms. On its moon Triton, Voyager witnessed geysers of frozen nitrogen erupting from an icy crust, proof that even in the farthest corners of the solar system, worlds could still move and breathe. For the first time, distant specks of light became living worlds. And all of it was achieved with technology simpler than a watch. Voyager's computers held only 68 kilobytes of memory, its radio no stronger than a light bulb. Yet, across billions of kilometers, its whisper still reached home. Massive radio dishes on Earth listened day and night, straining to hear that faint heartbeat from the edge of the sun's dominion. Voyager was more than a spacecraft. It was a message of faith and imagination, a promise that humanity could reach beyond what it knows. Then came the edge, the heliopause, the border where the sun's power ends and the galaxy begins. For decades, scientists waited and wondered, would Voyager endure long enough to cross? Then, on August 25, 2012, the answer came. At 121 astronomical units from the Sun, Voyager 1 became the first human creation to step into interstellar space. It was a moment that changed history. Its instruments recorded faint plasma waves, ripples of cosmic energy echoing through the dark. It was as if Voyager had entered a silent ocean where the stars themselves breathe. And still, it moves outward, toward the Oort Cloud, a vast halo of frozen comets surrounding the solar system like a crown. To pass through it will take nearly 30,000 years. By then, Earth will be unrecognizable. Nations will have risen and fallen, languages will have changed, civilizations will fade like dust and sunlight. But Voyager will remain, drifting in silence, carrying the memory of its makers. Its heart, a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, converts the slow decay of plutonium into warmth and power. Yet each year, its strength fades. Instrument by instrument, it grows quieter. By the early 2030s, its final whisper will cross the abyss, a last signal returning home. Then, silence. But that silence will not mean the end. For Voyager carries something eternal, the golden record. A time capsule forged in hope and wonder, meant not just for alien minds, but for time itself. Etched upon it are greetings in 55 languages, the sounds of our world, waves crashing, wind sighing, rain falling, the laughter of children, the heartbeat of humanity. There is music, from Bach to Blind Willie Johnson, ancient chants to joyful songs, each melody a fragment of who we were. There are images, too, of DNA and atoms, mountains and rivers, forests and seas, faces, animals, cities, and stars, a portrait of Earth, a record of a world that dreamed. The golden record is a love letter to the cosmos, a declaration that we lived, that we dreamed, that we reached beyond our home. And perhaps, far in the distant future, someone will find it, an ancient civilization among the stars, or the distant descendants of humanity itself. If they discover Voyager, they will hear us, our laughter, our music, our stories. They will know that once, on a small blue world, life looked up and dared to wonder. Voyager is more than a spacecraft. It is a monument to curiosity, to persistence, to discovery. It turned points of light into living worlds, and carried our questions to the edge of the galaxy. Now, as it sails beyond the reach of any sun, Voyager whispers back through eternity, what lies beyond the stars? Who are we truly? And will someone, someday, answer our call?